Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started. Sami Zayn had one major request for Adam Pearce, one that the Raw general manager repeatedly denied due to his lack of medical clearance. However, that request was finally granted with one major catch. The next chapter of the Owens Sami Zayn story is in full swing following Raw recently, where Owens turned on his best friend yet again. He then sidelined the former Intercontinental Champion with a package piledriver. This has led to Zayn requesting a match against Owens in Toronto at Elimination Chamber. Adam Pearce repeatedly refused the request despite the crowd's approval. He stated firmly that while he would like to see the match, Sami Zayn is not medically cleared, and thus, it cannot be approved. When going into it further, Pearce said that the only way he could grant the request was to make it an unsanctioned match, which means that Zayn would sign a contract that washes WWE's hands of any damage that happens to him. So KO vs. Sami at the Elimination Chamber is now official, with Pearce announcing that it would be unsanctioned. If fans may recall, all the way back in March 2017, on the road to WrestleMania 33, Seth Rollins had to do the same to get a match against Triple H. In that case, he was triumphant. It's going to be interesting to see if the same happens for Sami. It was a regular Monday night in the world of WWE, and the crowd in the arena was buzzing with anticipation. The show was about to kick off, and fans across the globe were glued to their screens, ready to witness another exciting chapter in the ever-evolving drama of Monday Night Raw. But something felt different tonight. There was an air of suspense lingering as the camera panned across the rowdy, enthusiastic fans who chanted in unison, "Sami! Sami! Sami!" and KO! 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 The spotlight shifted to the ring, and there, standing tall and confident, was Adam Pearce. He had an important message to deliver. This wasn't just any announcement, this was something that would change the course of WWE history. Adam Pearce's big moment. The crowd instantly quieted as Adam Pearce grabbed the microphone. He had been a staple in WWE for years, playing an authoritative role and managing the chaotic world that was Raw. Tonight, however, he wasn't here to manage. No, tonight, Adam Pearce was here to make a statement that would shape the landscape of WWE. "I have an announcement, one that could alter the future of WWE as we know it," Pearce began, his voice commanding the attention of every single fan in the building. The tension was palpable as the fans waited to hear what he had to say. They knew this had to be something big. For weeks, there have been rumors swirling around. Speculations about who will rise to the occasion, who will stand united, and who will bring chaos to this company, Pearce continued. And that's where Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens come in. A roar of excitement echoed through the arena as the names of these two fan favorites were mentioned. The crowd had been invested in the journey of Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens for years. They had witnessed their friendship, their betrayals, and their countless battles. These two men had forged a bond in the fire of rivalry, and now, it seemed like something monumental was about to unfold. The announcement that shook the WWE Universe. Adam Pearce paused for dramatic effect before he dropped the bombshell. "Tonight," he said, "Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens will not be facing each other. No, this is not another battle between old friends or bitter rivals. Tonight, I'm announcing that Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens will join forces in a way you've never seen before." The arena erupted into cheers, but Pearce wasn't finished. "They will not just be a team," he said, his eyes scanning the crowd, "but they will be granted an opportunity that has never been offered to any tag team in WWE history. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens will challenge for the WWE Tag Team Championships at Survivor Series, but that's not all." The crowd was on its feet now, some in disbelief, some in pure excitement. The announcement was huge. Zayn and Owens, two of the most beloved and decorated superstars in WWE, were being given a chance to do something truly extraordinary. "But here's the twist," Pearce continued, his voice taking on a more serious tone. In order to earn their spot at Survivor Series, they'll have to face an opponent unlike any they've ever encountered before, an opponent that will push them to their limits. I'm talking about none other than the Usos. The mention of the Usos caused a wave of excitement, followed by a wave of speculation. The Usos had been a cornerstone of the WWE Tag Team division for years, dominating as part of the Bloodline and remaining virtually untouchable. If Zayn and Owens were to face the Usos, it would be a monumental clash, two of the most dangerous tag teams in history colliding for a chance at the most coveted prize in WWE. A legacy of rivalry and friendship. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens had a history together, one filled with deep highs and devastating lows. Their bond had been tested countless times. They had fought side by side and against each other, but through it all, their respect for one another never wavered. Their connection was something unique in the world of professional wrestling, authentic, raw, and real. From their early days in NXT to their unforgettable moments on the main roster, Sami and Kevin had gone through it all. They had both been part of some of the most memorable moments in WWE history, but now, the opportunity before them was unlike anything they had ever experienced. They would be competing for the WWE Tag Team Championships. But not just any championships. The title represented more than just gold, it was a symbol of dominance, of legacy. And both Zayn and Owens understood the significance of this opportunity. As the night progressed, the tension only grew. Fans waited eagerly to see if Zayn and Owens would accept the challenge laid out by Adam Pearce. Would they be able to put their differences aside, at least for the time being, and become a cohesive force to be reckoned with? Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, together again? Later in the show, after the announcement had sent shockwaves through the WWE universe, the cameras caught up with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens backstage. Their faces were full of contemplation, and the air between them was thick with anticipation. Kevin Owens, as always, was the first to speak. "Well, it looks like we've been given a shot," he said, his tone a mixture of disbelief and excitement. "This is what we've worked for, Sami. We've been through hell and back together. Now we have a chance to prove that we're not just a couple of guys with a history, we're a force that can't be stopped." Sami Zayn nodded, his expression serious but filled with a spark of determination. "I never thought I'd be here again, Kev. But you know what? This isn't just about us. This is about showing everyone that we're not the underdogs anymore. We're not just some tag team thrown together for the sake of it. We're here to win." The camaraderie between the two was undeniable. They had been through thick and thin, and the prospect of going after the WWE Tag Team Championships once more filled them with a renewed sense of purpose. But there was one looming question: could they overcome the force that was the Usos? The Usos, a family legacy. The Usos had been the epitome of tag team excellence in WWE. As part of the Bloodline, they had dominated the tag team division with precision and skill. Their legacy was cemented, and the thought of anyone, let alone Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, challenging their reign was enough to make the Usos take notice. Jimmy and Jey Uso, the twin brothers who had risen to prominence through their unmatched chemistry and fierce loyalty to Roman Reigns, knew what was at stake. The Tag Team Championships were their pride and joy, a title that was as much a part of them as their bond with Roman Reigns. When they heard about Adam Pearce's announcement, they were less than thrilled. They had no problem with Zayn and Owens, they had both fought beside and against them before. But this wasn't just any challenge. This was a challenge that came with serious implications for their family's dominance over WWE. Jimmy Uso was the first to comment on the challenge. "Who do they think they are?" Jimmy asked with a smirk. "Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens? They think they can just walk in and take our gold? They're about to learn that no one, not even them, can dethrone the Usos." Jey Uso, ever the fiery one, added, "We've been running this division for too long, and we're not about to let two guys who can barely get along take what's ours. We'll put them in their place. We always do." The Usos were confident, as they should be. They were the Bloodline's enforcers, and they had the experience to back up their words. But Sami and Kevin were no strangers to overcoming the odds, and if anyone could stand up to the Usos, it was them. Survivor Series, the ultimate test. As Survivor Series drew closer, the build-up between Zayn, Owens, and the Usos intensified. Video packages played on WWE television, highlighting the history between the two teams. Fans were divided. Some believed that Zayn and Owens had the chemistry and skill to topple the Usos, while others were convinced that the Usos would reign supreme once more. The storyline was more than just about gold. It was about pride, legacy, and proving that no matter the obstacles, Zayn and Owens could still be the top tag team in WWE. When the day of Survivor Series finally arrived, the WWE Universe was on the edge of their seats. The match was said to be one of the most highly anticipated tag team contests in recent memory. Could Zayn and Owens pull off the unthinkable and dethrone the Usos? Or would the Usos prove once again that their dominance in the tag team division was unquestionable? As the opening bell rang, the match kicked off with intense energy. The two teams battled relentlessly, each using every trick in their arsenal to gain the upper hand. Sami and Kevin fought with heart, reminding everyone why they were considered one of the best teams in WWE history. But the Usos were no slouches either. They brought their A-game, proving why they were one of the most dominant tag teams of all time. The action was fast-paced, brutal, and emotionally charged, as both teams gave everything they had. In the end, it would come down to one final move, one final moment of determination. And when the dust settled, it was Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens who stood tall, having defeated the Usos in a historic match that would go down in WWE history. Aftermath, a new era. The crowd erupted in applause as Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens were crowned the new WWE Tag Team Champions. Their journey from rivals to partners had been full of ups and downs, but tonight, they had proven that they were a force to be reckoned with. In the ring, as confetti fell from the rafters, Sami and Kevin embraced, a symbol of the journey they had taken together. They had done it. They had achieved the impossible. Adam Pearce's announcement had changed the course of WWE history, and the future of the tag team division would never be the same. Epilogue: the road ahead. With the tag team championships in their grasp, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens had begun a new chapter in their careers. They had proven that, together, they were unstoppable. As for the Usos, they had been knocked off their perch, but the fight wasn't over. In WWE, anything could happen. And one thing was certain: the battle for supremacy in the tag team division was far from over.